Hey, um, Steve here, and I just came out of a phone session with a dear friend and client, and we went to really powerful place in a healing session, and I wanted to make a video um, right away to see if that place that we went to that created so much change might assist others to go into that place. So that place is the deep self, and I've already made a video introduction to the deep self, but we're going to do so again today. And so I would suggest if you felt like it, that you just state out loud you choose to work with the Hathors. And I'm going to state that out for myself, that I choose to work with the Hathors. And we're going to be contained in a field of protection. So, and it's not like you need to be protected from something. But just while you're doing work, it's good to just have an energetic field around you that just holds a space for your change. So may you be in a field of protection. I'm in a field of protection. And we're also in a healing field. Okay, that's enough words. Well, maybe not enough words, but enough of those words. So what I'm going to just suggest to you is that you just notice what's going on in your body. So notice if you have, places that just maybe feel a little bit tight, or places that feel excited, or places that feel like they have a lot of energy, or places that feel like they don't have any energy, or anything. Just notice what you notice and make up what you're looking for, and that's probably what you'll find. And just enjoy just exploring around your body a bit, just noticing what you notice. And meanwhile, just have the intention that you connect deeply with your deep self. And notice what happens when you do that, when you connect deeply with your deep self. Notice the energy of your deep self. And in the session, I was talking with my client about the higher self. And I was asking their experience of their higher self, and seeing if it connected with my experience of my higher self. And the thing I feel about my higher self is it is myself, but it's the part of myself that doesn't live in the self that I consider in my body. So I think of myself as a being living inside a human body. That's a human being. But I think it was in early November, as I came out of the dream world, I was aware of a deeper self. And so I made a deeper connection with that deep self. And when I made that connection, I felt very peaceful and calm. So sessions that I do with clients, they tend to last somewhere between an hour to an hour and a half. And I'm usually pointing out the energetic things I'm noticing that are changing, and places in the body that are releasing. I'll have the client sometimes talk to me about what they're noticing happening in their body as we do the work. And what I noticed, and I've been working with the deep self for 2-3 months, something like that. And what I'm noticing is that the more attention that I put on the deep self, the more peace and calm I feel um, in myself. I just noticed that. So if you were noticing, and sometimes I relate to the tightness in the chest as relating to a little bit of panic or anxiety that is held. And so if you put your hand over your chest and you feel like, oh, it feels a little constricted, that may be that panic, anxiety energy that we feel sometimes in that area. If you do feel that, you don't need to. If you don't feel like that, bless you. But when we connect with our deep self, sometimes you'll begin feeling, this has been my experience connecting with the deep self, sometimes I'll feel my breath moving up and down. And so the deep self is within the pranic tube, and the pranic tube opens up at the top of the head, and our crown chakra, which is kind of open to the higher realms, and then perineal area is the lower end of that pranic tube, and that pranic tube is, it's the Taurus thing again. So when we're inside of our deep self, we're inside of that part of ourself that's connected to everything. And we're aware of being connected to everything. And then we start to feel that movement of the energy. Now I'm not super familiar with Kundalini energy, but this may be Kundalini energy. And so you may feel it when it's opening naturally, when it's not being kind of opened by chemicals or forced open or anything. If it's just opening naturally, just through your thoughts and your connection with yourself, then you can just be aware if this Kundalini feels like it's rising, going back down, rising, going back down. And if you're in that place of the deep self, you will typically, it's been my only experience of the deep self, is a feeling of peace and a feeling of calm. And a feeling like I am in this deep self and I am moving in this energy that's moving. It's very pleasant. I like it very much. And it seems to be happening more and more the more I watch my own videos. So that's just interesting, and you can share with me if that's your experience as well. Okay, that's enough of this video. So as much of the time as you can spend today in that deep self, in that peaceful, calm energy, and watch it spread out, and watch where it goes, and watch if it releases this feeling of this panic, anxiety, energy feeling in the chest. Just notice if that peaceful energy just penetrates and lifts that off, if it releases other places in the body. So that's it for now. I'm glad I could share this with you directly following the session that we just completed. And now let's go.